What's up? Another test ride review for you today. Today we have the Kawasaki Versys-X. I have no clue anything about this bike, so I'm gonna learn some things and share my thoughts with you guys. Real quick, let me just point my head up here. Shout out to Macomb Powersports here in Macomb. This video review is only possible because of them. They're nice enough to let me come out here and hop on too many of these motorcycles to give you guys my opinions. If you're in the market for a new motorcycle or a pre-owned motorcycle, these guys are super helpful, super knowledgeable, super friendly staff. So if you're in the area or don't mind a drive, come check these guys out. Start off, this is a pretty big bike size-wise. It's tall. I'm flat-footed, but just barely, and I'm at 5'10", so shorter riders, keep that in mind. This is going to be a taller bike. It's not very heavy though, as far as the balance point. Even though it's a taller bike, it feels pretty light. We'll see if that translates to a easy controllable bike at slower speeds. We've got the windscreen, so this thing on the freeway shouldn't be too bad as far as wind goes. It is a really windy day, so just keep that in mind for this review. I want to make these reviews as fair as possible, but it definitely is a bit windy today. Slow speeds, turning, cornering. We'll take a sharper turn up here. A little bit tougher to control at slow speeds in these turns. A little bit wider turns. It takes some getting used to, but so not that this bike is designed for a fast 0 to 60, but we always have to test them. 0 to 60, we'll roll out a second gear here. So not a ton of power. As far as acceleration goes, you're not going to get a super throw you to the back end acceleration on this. It's fast, don't get me wrong. All these bikes that I'm test riding, they are fast, or have the capability of going fast. Braking is, it's got brakes. They're not the twitchiest, they're not the touchiest. It doesn't feel like I have a ton of braking power for the size of this bike. Not very touchy brakes. Maybe I gotta warm them up. Not as responsive of a throttle here. Same with the shifting or the clutch. You've got a pretty large zone. We're revving really high in almost every gear. I feel like I get into 6th gear really early because it just sounds like it's screaming at me. But it feels good. I mean, I'm getting pushed around by the wind and it's handling pretty well. I'm gonna get over, do this U-turn here just so I don't have to stop at this light. The clutch is very light. One thing I noticed, if you want something with a really easy clutch, really easy to pull, not going to fatigue your hand, this one is really light. Yeah, the braking is not my favorite. Keep in mind, so if you do get one of these, you're going to have to give yourself plenty of time to brake. I don't know what size motor this is. There's not a ton of power in it, which is a good thing in some cases. This seems like it would be a good bike for commuting. I don't think that this has the get up and go power that you're gonna get from other bikes. I always like to mention the possibilities of getting out of a sticky situation. This does not quite have that kind of power. Be aware of your surroundings with something like this. Not as much braking power, not as quick of acceleration as some of the other bikes we've test ridden. So, you know, it feels good though. It's comfortable. Seat's a little stiff, but I think that it's something I could get used to. Like I said, I'm not flat-footing it. It might not be the most fun in stop-and-go traffic, but if you're just cruising somewhere, you're out in the country and some country roads, this would be fun. This is probably where something like this would excel, where you have a lot of open roads, not a ton of stop-and-go traffic. I mean, it does fine. But the upright seating position is really comfortable. The only negative comment or concern I have, at least on this test ride, is the braking power. Stock. The stock braking power here is not impressive. It is very windy today, so I won't be too harsh on this review as far as the wind goes. I'm at 60 miles an hour, 63, 64, and I'm feeling it. The wind is tossing me a little bit. 70 miles an hour. and with the wind, I'm not feeling too hot. You can probably see my bars are starting to shake a little bit. And at above 70 miles an hour, this thing is screaming at me. As far as speed goes, we're probably going to excel at speeds of 45, 55 miles an hour, and that's a non-fair review on the freeway there, because it is definitely super windy out here. Like I said, at 70 plus miles an hour, it was yelling at me. So probably not the bike you're going to want if you are riding the freeway all the time. But I don't want to be too negative, because this bike is an awesome bike. It feels good, it's fun, it looks cool. So let's talk about some of the positive things about it. It's comfortable. It's pretty easy to handle. It's pretty easy to maneuver. If you're tall-ish, it's going to be just fine in stop-and-go traffic. I think at this speed here, 50 miles an hour, this is super comfortable. Even on the super windy day, super comfortable. This is where it's going to excel. I mean, I could ride on this thing for hours in this position. It feels good. It feels really good. So who this bike might be for? So I would push this on the beginner. So I would definitely say that this could be a beginner bike with not a ton of power to throw you off the back end. There's not too much weight, even though it is a little top heavy and a little tall. It's not too much weight. Really easy to ride, easy to control. I would say that if you're a beginner, this might be a good bike to start on. So almost forgot the shifting. The shifting feels good. If you've watched any of my other reviews I've done, I really like the clunky shifting. This has it. This checks that box. Really like the shifting, like feeling what gear I'm in. But also, it does have a digital display. So if you like seeing what gear you're in, so you have your gear indicator in the center there. Like I said, clutch is super light. It's going to be easy for a beginner because of that light clutch. We're back. Test ride over. So that was my test ride review of the Kawasaki Versys-X. Fun bike, good looking bike, not so much traveling on the freeway in my opinion. I'm sure you can do it, I'm sure people do it. I think that it's going to excel in different areas, but for traveling and some off-road capabilities with this thing, dirt roads with a different tire, dirt roads, things like that, you could probably have a lot of fun on something like this, and pretty forgiving as far as the power goes. Yeah, that's my review of the Kawasaki Versys-X.